Where's the...
Lavender, lavender, lavender.
We are spinning.
Okay, no meditation today.
No. Put it back, man.
You want the meditate? You want a different meditation song? I like this one. I like this one.
This makes me feel like I'm on ecstasy at Utopia back in 1998, man.
Just pet the wall, man.
Pet the wall. We're on a ball spitting through space with 7 billion people, all going different directions. It's okay. We don't have to agree all the time. What's important? I want to rap to that. What's important is you love yourself. Look in the mirror and love yourself. Oh yeah. Look
Look at this.
head.
We already got New Zealand in the house.
Look at
Denise
your
Brown
head.
is here with us. That was a nice way to start the podcast today. A little bit different vibe, right?
I was wrong about Denise. I would have sworn that she lived here and then was on vacation, but she's a New Zealander.
What's up, Denise? Look at Denise's. Denise says, "Hi, Michael, and how Aaron." No, Kevin.
No, Kevin.
No hello to Kevin. We're gonna say hi to my wife, who's not
He's
even
sensitive.
on the podcast.
He's sensitive. She's
I'm pretending to be sensitive, Denise. I'm not really sensitive. Our man, our number one fan, Patrick.
He's got some
here.
competition with Denise because she's been
Yeah,
consistent.
Denise-
Patrick, where were you last week? I don't think he was. He joined us. I believe he was missing.
He was there.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh. So, Elizabeth, she said hi to you.
Yes, my friend Elizabeth. Hi,
All right.
sweetheart. How are you?
My turn. How are you doing, man?
I'm in a good place, dude. I've had some pretty big ups and some pretty weird downs, and like a lot of up and down sort of stuff over the last couple weeks. But
Sounds
good.
like sex to me.
My parents are still visiting, which is really cool. I'm really
Couldn't get rid of them. They were
that,
supposed to
but-
leave, right?
They were, but we're headed out on the road tomorrow, so they decided to stay an extra week with the little guy, and it saves the little guy the stress of having to travel for a week with us, and keeps him here in a place that he's more comfortable. So
He's stressed on that, or you're stressed on the when
I
Max
think he
travels?
liked it, but it's hard. I try to think about it like him, like he's on our schedule, right? Like we leave the hotel when we got to go to a sound check, he's got to come. He's not old enough to stay alone yet in a place, so he's got to drag with us to a sound check.
He's 17 years old, man. He can't stay alone.
27. He's
27.
27. Yeah, we're a little protective. You know?
So you're going to Nashville?
Tomorrow, going to Nashville. Going to have a dinner with the legendary songwriter L. Russell Brown, who wrote "Yellow Ribbon" for Tony Orlando, wrote "Knock 3 Times" for Tony Orlando, wrote "Say Has Anybody Seen My Sweet Gypsy Rose." This guy has written so many hit songs, and it's always an honor to be around people
That is
that
an honor.
are just talented
Yeah.
people. And he's 80 years old, just an incredible life, and still writing, and just going to be really great. And have you been to Nashville?
I have never been to Nashville. I went to we played in Knoxville one summer, which was brutal. It was outside, but we're 2 hours away. What does Kevin know? He doesn't know. Mr. Harold knows nothing.
Kevin's coming. We're going to see Kevin and his family in Nashville. I can't wait, Kev. You, my friend, first of all, being a guitar nut, it would be like Mecca for you. Like there are some really cool, classic guitar shops in Nashville that are like one of a kind.
Yeah, those don't do it for me, man.
Really?
Because-
You don't love that?
Well, I can't afford any of them, and I want them, and it just puts me in a really difficult situation,
I
So
get
it's
it.
it's one of those things, man. Yeah. Well, we're right on. Good for you. Do you know Andrew Watt?
No.
He
Do you
was
know?
a
Can you name any other of the 7 billion people on the planet that I might hopefully
he's
know?
well, he's worked with everybody. He produced
Oh,
the Brandy Carlisle, and he wrote a song with them and Elton John. That new album. Have you heard the new album with Brandy Carlisle and Elton John?
I want to think that I played that
Oh,
song for you first before you
maybe you
heard it
did, but I gotta tell
at
you,
your
man,
house.
you probably, you know what? I do believe you did do that. What's your name again? I'm losing my shit.
Yeah. Look at this.
You know, I popped a knee, right? You're aware of that.
Listen,
So
let's get into this right away. Last
let's
time
not.
we
I
talked,
just, my brain's a little
hold
off.
on, episode 51. You were in a ski town in Utah,
Alta? Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
in Alta, Utah. You had a week with you and a bud,
Right.
just sloping the skis. Is that the way you
No,
say it?
skiing the slopes.
Skiing
Yeah.
the slopes. Yeah. See, I'm not a skier. I don't know this. So you were out there having fun, and it was your last day. You had a little bit of a challenge, right? Tell us what happened.
Man, the snow up there was crazy powder. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday got sunny, but it was fresh powder everywhere. We were hiking, doing all these virgin areas where just nothing but gliding, and the snow is so incredibly dry. Once you get a rhythm going, it is effortless. We were skiing steeps, crazy steeps where you do one turn and you actually fall to the next turn. Uh, Cliff areas where there's no room for error. You have to be on point. Having a blast, time of my life. And Friday, the last day of skiing at 3 o'clock, there's this thing called High Rustler. It's a high traverse. You get off the lift and you have to go across really high, and it's pretty hairy. When you get to the end, you can go up and over the back, and it's just spectacular. It's scary. Well, Kevin Abrams, the guy I was skiing with, and his good friend that he used to have a production company with, and his son Banks, who's 12 years old. Patrick and Banks are killer skiers. Kevin's a little more, he's a great skier, but he's careful, you know.
Well, you get to be a certain age and you start taking care
He's
of
50.
yourself a little bit. Well, that's what I'm talking about. How old are you?
Come on.
How old are you?
54, dude. Give me a break.
So tell us what happened. What happened?
Okay, coming off the
land your
lift,
plane.
Kevin decided the last minute, guys, I'll meet you down at the bottom. And as we're coming off the lift, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, we got to figure out where we're going to meet. I go to make the U-turn, and I didn't really realize my left ski is on top of his ski. And
Was it like this?
no, it was my ski. So we're getting off the lift. Here's my left ski. Here's his right ski. I just kind of got on top of it and didn't.
You
and
guys are doing like a scissor thing?
Yeah, we were doing the scissor. No, I was just barely on it. I didn't even notice that I was on it. And as he went straight, and I was talking to him, my left ski kind of went out a little bit, and it just happened. We were going slow, but it happened so quick that I started to go backwards. My left ski kept going. Of course, low speed. My boot did not come out of the binding, and I stretched, pop, and there goes my ACL. And I knew I pulled or tore my MCL because I could feel the pain on the outside. But I took my skis off. I stood up. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm okay. I was able to squat. There was no pain straight. But then I put the skis on, and the ski patrol was there, and he said, why don't you ski, 20 feet or whatever, and let me know. I skied 10 feet, and I turned around. I went, no, I'm done. And I got a toboggan ride down to the bottom. I've never done that in 42 years of skiing. Nothing with ski patrol other than getting in trouble. And then I went to the clinic, and the guy goes, yeah, your ACL's gone. And, he gave me a brace. And then I went to the doctor yesterday. I got an x-ray in the morning. That's the insurance protocol. No arthritis in the knees. Hey, man, that's a good sign. 54 years of pounding the knees. And then he inspected me. He goes, yeah, it's ACL, possibly PCL. We'll look at that on an MRI, which I get Friday. And then it's surgery, man. It's my first surgery on this planet. Yay. Thanks for asking.
So
about
listen,
all that.
I'm going to talk to the audience right now. I think we need to put up a GoFundMe. Michael, we need to get some good stuff together. I think we need to order you a meat plate from the Bagel Cafe, like corned beefs and pastrami's and like a get well platter.
It's so
You're
sweet.
vegan,
It's
right?
so sweet.
Are you vegan?
Sugar, you know he's vegetarian. And Michael, you're a pussy. Go out and ski again. You don't need surgery. Screw it. You got to be like me. I'm lean. I'm mean. I do my magic. I'm doing comedy. I can ski. I can do anything. I get down on my knees. Murray Sawchuck here, celebrity magician. And I'm doing comedy now. Michael, you're a pussy, period. Kevin, you know he's vegetarian. Quit with the pastrami, will ya? All right, guys. guys, how's it going? I know I'm from Canada, right? About. I'm gonna go about my way now. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good, Murray. But our friend Froggy said, do the cadaver ACL way faster. That's what he did with his.
Okay, you guys are back to Michael's knee. Well, listen, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
take
talking
off,
about
guys,
Michael's knee.
and then you talk about
Thanks,
Froggy
Murray.
now. Okay, Murray, out. Goodbye.
So Brian, Froggy, do the yeah, that's what he said. The cadaver ACL. That's exactly what he said. And then somebody told me to do an IV of what's it called? What's the stuff you inject that does? Oh man, stem cell stuff, right? And that helps the healing along too. So I'm gonna go all in because I'm skiing, man. I can't give up skiing.
You'll be back. Listen, just like Aaron Rodgers healed his Achilles tear, and he was back the next year. You're going to be back on the slopes by the time you're 57.
And you remember Aaron Rodgers?
I'm sure of it.
Hold on, his first play, he was out when he came back.
PCP, Froggy?
PRP,
PCP?
yeah,
PCP.
man. Dude, Brian's smart. He knows what he's talking about. Brian, Froggy, I'm gonna give you a call later because maybe you can guide me through. You can be my knee repair mentor. So you have an Achilles issue.
I do.
Yeah, and you've never done anything to it, right? You've just kind of muscled through the pain.
Well, let's be honest. Like
Everything's about being honest with you.
I've chosen not to do it because
Why?
I'm a bit of a baby when it comes to the needle. And my orthopedic said it is the most painful injection. It's got to give me an injection of stem cells in the Achilles tendon. I'm in so much pain without having a needle shoved in there.
But it's a one-time pain instead of an ongoing pain. Why not just man up? And I know it hurts and you're afraid of it. I get it. I think I get it, and it must be hard for you. But to think, there you go.
Froggy's a walking shop of fixing.
He's been broken.
It's great.
You know what? That's what hurts me the most right now. I'm in acceptance of what happened. I'm not too happy about the way it happened, considering how hard I ski. But I'm there. But I feel broken. I know this is silly. People go through all kinds of stuff. This is my first time, and I'm feeling a little bit angry and sad, and I got a couple of performances coming up, and I'm a he's great, and Froggy seems like he's got a great attitude. I need to hang with him a little bit.
Froggy is the best. I'm telling you this. Listen, you're going to be fine. You're going to bounce back, not as quick as you would if you were 19, 20 years old, but you'll be fine. You're going to do your rehab. You're going to start, you know what you're going to do? You're going to eat the pastrami plate that we're going to raise money for to send to you to make you feel better. Hey, as a vegan, can you eat mac and cheese?
Of course I can. No, I'm not a vegan. No,
you're vegan.
Vegans can't eat cheese. They can. They choose not to. That's important. That's important to qualify that because it is a choice. No, we're vegetarian, Kevin, and I know that you're trying to get me to redline.
Oh, I'm not. Do you eat chicken?
Grapes? Okay.
You can't eat chicken.
I can, yeah. I can eat chicken.
Do you eat fish?
I can eat fish.
You don't eat fish, though?
No.
So you get all of your protein through vegetables?
Plant-based. Yeah, soy is a big contender. Some people soy doesn't do well with, but...
How are your tits looking?
My tits, well, I haven't lifted weights in a while, so they feel pretty like...
I mean, I was told that men that do a lot of soy get...
no, that's a myth. That's a myth. That's a bunch
okay.
of bullshit. That's the meat industry.
I was going to say. Okay.
Listen, diet, nutrition, it's a funny thing on this planet because you can't go by the propaganda in the industries that are pushing things. The one thing that a person can go through, the one thing that I have done in my life, I listen to my body. I listen to how I feel.
What is it saying right now?
It's saying that when I felt my boobs, I could next time I masturbate, I think I might give a little cup while I'm masturbating. Is that wrong to say? They're kind of nice.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. I know. Bad visual.
Post the video. Hey, we got something to share too.
Wait, did somebody say masturbating? Okay.
What do you got?
Our friends over at Facebook, the place that we have housed this podcast forever, have decided that they're not going to be saving our videos much longer, right?
Well, hold on. Before that even happened, but about a month and a half ago, all of a sudden, we used to be able to invite all of you've got, many thousands of followers, and I do too, and friends and whatever, and we could send out a couple thousand invites to our podcast, right, to let them know we're going to be on, and that recently got restricted, right? We can only invite like 50 people.
Well, I have a feeling that people that have real radio shows probably reported us and said we're spamming.
Oh, they got
them with
threatened.
invites.
They were threatened.
And they were
hard.
like, you don't have a real radio program. It's this fake. You're on the television, on the internet, and you're not.
We're so
I have a
funny.
feeling I have a feeling somebody turned us in and said you're spamming us. Excuse me, I'm getting a phone call.
We're so funny and good looking. Oh,
Later, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. It's
You do
Marco
that.
Tool.
You're paying
Should I
me
put him on?
back.
Should I put him on?
Sure, put him on speaker.
Don't say anything.
Okay. Shh, everybody.
Hello.
I've got lox, bagels, fried chicken, biscuits. I got gravy. I've got mashed potatoes at the. I called you earlier. You never coming back. I wanted you to come over because we're always having like a little get together here about the show. And where the hell are you? What are you doing?
I'm on my podcast. Are you not watching our podcast right now?
Oh shit! No, I'm not.
I didn't
What a-
think so.
what a
I'll
break.
come over as soon as we're done. I'll call you later. Bye.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. That's
So,
so nice. I love that guy.
I had a long
So-
conversation with him about this.
So tell me what happened.
What we were talking about?
We're talking about you cupping your breasts while you
no.
know,
We're
crank
past
out.
that. We're past that. So we were the setup for what you're about to show right now about Facebook and Meta and the change that I came across. today.
That's right. You are correct.
All right. I'm still tracking. Are you going to show it? So
What am I
today,
showing?
I thought you did it, the screenshot.
I didn't take a graphic. I'm
Oh.
just talking about it, right?
Oh, so I got this notification that said, this is to inform you that all of your live videos will be taken down after 30 days beginning in June. So they're not, you know what I would love if they said, okay, we're going to do it this way, but here's a paid version that has all the bells and whistles that we sucked you in and got you addicted to. And now here we are trying to build something. And my comment to you was, well, I told you I'd do 88 episodes. Around June, it might line up. Can you believe this is episode 52?
I can. It feels like it's episode 652 to me.
That's because you're looking in the mirror. You're looking at
No.
instead of looking at my picture on the
No.
screen, you're looking at your own picture.
We have not missed a single week in 50.
That's the
This
point.
is a year.
It's 1 year.
52.
Yeah, it's 1
Today-
year.
Hey, it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
Why didn't we do a fucking anniversary? Hey, welcome to the Little Lavender anniversary show.
I know
What's our
why.
fucking anniversary show.
I know why we didn't.
Why?
Because your head is up your ass with touring and managing and fronting and booking and, you're not in this, man. And this is why I have at 18. Okay, fine. I'm being look at if me confronting you, I feel like I'm compassionate right now, but me confronting you makes me a dick, then I guess I'm a dick with nice tits. Yeah, very nice. Seriously, you like that, don't you?
So you're saying that we didn't put an anniversary show because I'm too busy.
Well, I thought about it, but I didn't want to interrupt your busy schedule, man. You have a lot
Okay.
of pressure on you.
I'm going to talk directly to the two people that are watching us right now. This is for
16.
Denise and for Patrick.
There's 16.
This is for Denise and Patrick.
16 people are watching.
Listen, guys, I can set my watch that on Monday of every week, I'm going to get a call from my friend, the Shapster, saying, hey, you're going to put that thing up? This guy has access to the same software I do, but I have to get in on the back end and set this thing up every single week, right? And today, I was late, right? I didn't happen today.
Well, you're busy.
Are you busy? Do you have any time to put the thing up?
Yeah,
Or is
no,
it just
actually,
my gig?
so guess what I'm doing? I got a tax appointment on Thursday, and I'm doing last year's books. Why do you keep doing? You're so good at.
I'm not
putting
doing
those-
anything.
You asked me a question if I was busy.
Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, talk.
It's just mean, man. You're just mean.
I know. I'm trying. I'm poking a little bit because
You know what's funny? What's funny is a little lavender is supposed to be about. You did it again. It's supposed to be about vulnerability and
Right.
we're men, and to be able to, I don't know about you, but I'm a man, and to be able to be compassionate and kind, and all we do is fuck with each other on I feel I started it. I created a monster because I don't think you were a monster like this before.
You remember what was so funny is when you started that phone call shit where you would hang up on me, you'd ask me a question, and I'd sit and talk to dead air for 6 minutes, realizing like, oh, this is a game. Oh, well played, young man. It is on now. And then you said that I became the master of this game.
That's a stupid.
Are we?
one.
Are we? Let's talk about you. Yeah, let's keep going.
I I don't know if everybody knows exactly how this relationship started, and ironically, I already showed that you weren't paying attention.
Thanks, Michael.
Ironically, where I hurt my knee skiing was where I learned this method. Okay, what I did to you the very first time we first started talking on the phone. So I was skiing in Alta. I was 12 years old, and I skied with my grandfather's best friend. His name was Ralph Lasky, and I would call him to see if he was ready for dinner.
Wait,
and
Ralph Lasky?
You don't know.
Did he own an outdoor store?
No, he was a fighter and he's a mobster guy.
Was he a mobster guy?
Yeah, big time.
I know him.
You knew Ralph Lasky?
Excuse me, I gotta take this call.
Oh, come on, man. So he called me in my room and said, "Hey, are you ready for dinner?" Because we ate together every night in this Gold Miner's Daughter is the place. And he said, "Hey, how will I recognize you?" And I went to answer, and he hung up on me. And I always thought that was the funniest thing. So that's a fun thing to do to people you care about or whatever. And that's how Kevin and I started our relationship. I asked him a question, and I hung up on him before he could answer. And the thing about that is that Kevin is a master at it. And even though I started it with you, Kevin, you have by far mastered this thing to the point where you still to this day. Even with the vegan vegetarian thing, can you eat macaroni and cheese? I buy it. I bite the bait almost. I'm at a 97 percentile on biting your bait that you put out, and even the hanging up thing. So that's the whole premise when we hang up on guests. A lot of people don't think that's very cool, but that's an endearing. It's endearing, is what that is.
It is. It's an endearment. And if you've watched any of these episodes, we hang up on each other at the end of the show too, right? Like there's no definite end of our show. It just stops. So
how about Elizabeth?
Part of the shtick.
Elizabeth Diago when I did it right, but I ended the live stream.
I still think the best one was Brother Vin. He got so fucking pissed.
Yeah, Vincent John. He took that really poorly. So everybody
and we did it a second time when he had him back on. Remember?
Everybody who's watching it on Facebook or elsewhere, they didn't see, we can see the guest in the waiting room when he's a masturbator for sure. When we hung up on Vincent John, we could see him flipping out on the screen behind. So when we got off the air, I
wish we could capture the video of that so people could see what we're looking at behind. The guest is in the room and we can see them, but it's not part of the broadcast. It's so funny. It's really funny because there have been some that, and I won't mention any names, but there have been some that we hang up, they don't realize it, and we can see them still talking, and they have no clue that they have been cut out of the thing.
Those are people that are doing the podcast. They're joining us, and they're on their phones. I don't think they can see the split screen like we can see right now, so they're not getting all the images. But you realize we've done 52 episodes, and we really have not talked about anything. So
listen, we tried to paint. It's not our fault. Listen,
Froggy, hold on. You're welcome for all that past trauma and all the dating mishaps. That all this time when these girls hung up on you, they were actually they're giving you.
I'm going to complain a little bit about our audience, right? They're not, they're not in it for the long haul with us. They're kind of fair weather audience members, right? They come and go. They watch for 6 minutes. 2 minutes. They click off. But what the problem is this was supposed to be painting. We were supposed to paint.
I got my paintbrush. His name's Mary. Hey guys. Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
And we made paintings, and nobody cared. Nobody gave two shits about our painting.
Well,
so
listen,
we stopped.
Now that we have the studio here set up with all the cameras, I think we could do an episode where we paint live. It's going to be, who wants to watch paint dry? That's an expression, right? It's like watching paint dry. Well, that's kind of what it is. You are no Bob Ross, and I am no Ross Bob. No matter how you spin it, I don't think. How long did it take you to paint the butterfly? Be honest about it. Hey, Bobby. There's our man. I
don't know. It took me about 20 minutes.
You painted the butterfly. Seriously?
It didn't take long. Yeah, it didn't take long. No.
Did you do paint by? Did you do numbers or something?
No, I went.
You knocked that out freehand.
I went to the store and I bought some spray paint, and I spray painted 2 tones of that greenish, those 2 different green colors as the background, and I let that dry. It was a quick dry, and then I did a quick little sketch of the butterfly, and then I embellished it with the thing. I'm talented, Michael. I have these are the outlets I use to get my emotional stresses out. So
well, I'm talented too, but
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying
you just said I'm not talented.
But we're different, right? Like my thought process and my process is I want to I want it to come out, and I'm a first thought right person,
And I'm a first thought wrong person.
right? So what's coming out is what's meant to come out. I'm not going to overthink it and then try to reel it back and refine. I like the creative process when I use instinct and just inspiration to lead the way. And it might be wrong, but it works for me. And I don't spend a ton of time, as you can tell by my shitty painting. So
That was a great painting, and I'm just curious, how long does it make? Is it feasible for us to paint? I mean, I can do abstract in a nanosecond.
I think the funniest thing about us painting would be the bullshit that we go through just doing the process. It's not whether with the painting it's not, that's not the part. It's the part of us getting frustrated painting that probably would be entertaining for people.
Well, if anybody chimes in, would like to see us paint. I mean,
Hey, you know what? I've asked the audience questions and nobody answers.
you're getting people
too,
are telling us what to do. I mean,
Well, let's
there you
ask
go.
them. Would you like to see us freaking paint? This is this guy. Let's do
Glass
some glass blowing. Let's
I
do
got some
some.
blowing.
Let's do
Yeah.
some aluminum sculptures and heat up aluminum to the point of melting and burn that.
Have you ever watched glass blowing? Have you ever seen that done?
I've never saw a glass get blowed. No.
Okay, so the blowing of the glass in Laguna Beach. There's a sawdust festival, and there's a guy there that's yeah, nice. There, he's blowing glass there, and he's wearing. Believe it or not, the guy is wearing flip flops while he's doing it. I mean, that stuff drips. And
Anita,
it's pretty okay. We got one.
She would love to see us paint. We got one person that would like to see us paint.
All right, that's
Denise
enough for me.
says paint.
Debbie?
Yes,
Okay.
Debbie. Sorry, Debbie.
Okay.
Denise says not especially much funnier like this. You guys interacting. Oh, so we're your clowns now, Denise.
What do we amuse you, Denise?
Yeah, well,
Huh?
we gotta put this on for you, Denise. New Zealand.
I think we could do a little bit of painting. I mean, look at Bob Ross. He built his entire career, and he was just like, "Oh, take a little happy tree there."
And
a
he
little
died
happy
from
tree there."
smelling all those paints all those years.
Well, the paints aren't as toxic now. We'll get the young kid stuff. The yes, please. Okay. We
Aaron
listen to the
Suture.
wife.
Aaron
Suture.
Suture says yes,
Suchet.
please.
Yeah.
Suchet.
A lot of people are confused about your last name. I like Sucker, but I, Suture is probably the most common pronunciation of your name, right? Suture, like
No, my relatives changed it from cocksucker when they immigrated over to the United States.
smart
And,
play, good play. I like that.
That was our family name before we changed it to something easier like Suker. But the correct pronunciation, Michael, is Suker.
I get it. Yeah, I had no.
But
told me
it's up to interpretation. Shapiro reads the way it's spelled. There's
Does
really
it,
no
though?
way. It does. Well, how else would I say it?
I've heard
Shapiro?
people. Yeah, I've heard that.
Shapiro.
Yeah, Shapiro, you're tester in. Come. You came back negative. Have a good day. I've heard that. Yeah. Hey, listen. Back in the 80s, did you do HIV testing a lot? Were you worried about it? Were you promiscuous? And did you play with that toy? That is a toy, right? That's the
bottle that we put it in.
I love that. Did you go through that phase when HIV was a thing, and where you were promiscuous and said to yourself, okay, from now on I'm going to be very, very careful, and then had some more promiscuous behavior, and then went back to the clinic and got tested again? Did you go through that cycle?
Is
at all?
you talk about it like it's still not a thing? Is it gone now? Did they figure out that
they do.
disease?
They do have it under control if there's funding for third world countries that need it, and there's funding from really generous countries like the United States. But no, it's definitely under wraps if they're afforded healthcare. But that you evaded the question. Did you have a period in your life? It's not a thing anymore. Sweet. He's funny, man.
We're back in the 70s.
Oh shit! I think that Froggy should take my place on episode 89.
Oh my goodness, that'd be great. Are you
still haven't answered the question? I'm gonna
Awesome.
press you on this.
What
you were
pressing me
married
on?
during that period? You're my age,
probably-
right? You're same age.
I probably was.
You don't
Yeah, the
remember
90
that though? Like going
The
down?
90s were a bit of a blur. Let's get something really, really straight. Really, really straight. And I'm going to get vulnerable right now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I get very anxious about medical things.
About like
We've talked about my anxiety related to flying. I am not a good flyer. I'm a million mile flyer, and I hate it. Like I'm going tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to going tomorrow.
You've
I'm looking
done
forward to the
drives.
shows.
You've done crazy drives to avoid it.
I will drive from Washington D.C. to Las Vegas any day of the week, like I did last year.
Which is more dangerous than flying, by the way, but okay.
Yes, and Michael's right. There was no need for testing in the 80s when we never left my parents' basement trying to write songs. We had no game. There were no girls involved.
Maybe that's why you're a better songwriter.
We were just trying to make music.
You've got way more recordings than I.
Michael's so right. But you know, I okay. In all honesty, I'm late to go get my blood work done from my doctor appointment, and I've kind of delayed it just because I hate it. And I should go do it. Look at your poor knee. Are we talking about your knee now? Let's get into your knee.
No, we're not talking about the knee. We're talking about the fear of doctors because a lot of people go through it. Not only that, but on top of that, the costs. I mean, you know, you're due for your colonoscopy, right? You're gonna get a colonoscopy here.
I am. I'm late again. I'm 54 and I haven't had my first colonoscopy.
But you're scheduled though. You have a schedule.
I'm not. No.
Oh,
they're waiting. They're waiting on the blood work, and I get up in the morning and I'm like, wait a minute, I ate and I didn't fast long enough, so I can't go today. And it's probably my bad. I need to go.
Listen, it's easy to put off. I think a lot of people can relate to it. Number one, the medical system is so fucked, and you just get put off and put off and put off, and then the idea that you're going to go, you know, you're going to get, the van train. That's right.
They were in my parents' basement.
And it's just not inspiring to go when you feel okay to go be preventative, and insurance they certainly don't include that. They'd rather you get sick and die. That's a healthy, you know, our country is messed up with that, you know. So you got to muscle through it.
Let's go in this. So to your question, I didn't really have much to worry about. I was overly protective of where I did things. So with you,
I was wild, man.
You're a wild man, right?
Oh man.
How frequently you were going and checking things out?
There was a period where I was like, you know, I set a boundary with myself and promised myself I was going to be good. And then the next week, you know, there was a period probably where I was going at least twice a month to get checked, you know, but it didn't change my behavior. I'm an addict, man. And even when it came to sex being in, you know, those years, in the 90s, man, it was on. And, I regret a lot of it, you know, I really do. I wish I would have, I think I hurt a lot of people, you know, and the only thing I can do is what I call living amends, right? And this is getting awfully serious. We're getting deep. Don't put it off. Ask Clint. Oh yeah, she's right. She's talking about your colonoscopy.
Thank you, Anita. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, book it.
I was serious. I am the type, and I'm not bullshitting. I would take the podcast into the colonoscopy. I'm
down. I'm totally down with that. And if
they would let me kind of, you know, doze off while they're showing pictures, you guys could watch. As long as they're not showing my hoo-ha, I'm good.
I think you showed me your hoo-ha the other day.
Nobody wants to see the hoo-ha.
Yeah, what's Billy saying? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It really is. They used to say we're the best hospital in Las Vegas is McCarran International. Well, now it's called Reed International, but you hop on a plane and get out of here.
Froggy got checked every 100 chicks, or when the check engine light comes on back in the day.
I think I like him better than you, man.
That's okay. He can join anytime.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, man. I'm not going to hang up on you.
Hold on. I got to take
another call. Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's not ringing.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the colonoscopy. Safe travels, my friend. Thanks for everybody joining us. I think I might be over the hanging up on people bit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, don't you feel like that?
Click it.
Draw.
Click it. I'm waiting for you to end it.
No, hold. I can't do it smoothly, though. So if I go like that, and then I'm like, so Kevin, where are you playing in Nashville?